Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. It's your boy Queen joining you from the caster's desk today, along with my amazing co-caster Floki over here, and we're going to be bringing you a little bit more spice for the night, just to keep our adrenaline going. We're going to be bringing you an insane match, which is going to be the ROG Academy going up against the Esports team. And honestly, I'm really excited for this. And I want to ask my co-caster Floki over here if he is just as excited as I am, and what are his thoughts on the match that is coming up.
I mean, I feel like ROG Academy somewhere or the other are the better team. Not going to mince my words. I'm going to be straight up about it. So I do think this is one of those matches where we might see a quick 2-0. But hey, you never know. The esports team, you can never count the underdogs out. You never know what crazy stuff they're planning next and what they have in their arsenal. So yeah, you kind of have to just, be on your toes a little bit. Just not take it entirely for granted. You can take it a little bit for granted, but not entirely.
True, but nonetheless, if that entire adrenaline rush is not going to be enough for you guys, you can always, we've got you covered. We've got those QR codes out for you. You can always go scan that. You can go into the Red Bull website and get yourself that Red Bull to keep your adrenaline going. But nonetheless, we are going to be going into the group standings to see exactly where the teams are placed today. And just to like give you a little bit of an insight as to what is happening so far.
Yeah. Well, we are going to move into the group standings. Let's have a look at the. Yeah, so these are the group standings for Group B. Velocity Gaming, of course, topping the charts, followed by Enigma and Samurai, who actually dropped a game. I wonder who this was against. I didn't really get to catch, but it must have been against some of these top tier teams here. Followed by Team Fangs, the esports team in the middle of the pack, followed by True Rippers, ROG Academy, and Kuchbi. So the esports team actually have an extra. I mean, they're doing better than ROG Academy in groups, huh? Certainly wasn't expecting that, but yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe ROG Academy can pull this off here. Now, of course, they've only played 4 games so far, so yeah, maybe this is not the best sample size to judge either of these teams, but yeah, from what we've seen so far, ROG Academy doesn't seem like they have the best chances against the esports team. Interesting stuff.
True, but at the same time, we can't lose our hope. It is the ROG Academy. I've seen them play before. They got their stuff going on. But at the same time, the esports team also have their stuff going on. They know what they have to do, and they are going to be showing that to us today. But at the same time, I feel like they are a little uncoordinated, a little bit like a few of the other teams that we've seen over here so far. So let's just see how they've improved so far. But nonetheless, we are going to be going into the MVP standings of that is going to be coming up on your screens to just see who is top fragging, who is just blowing our minds with the insane gameplay that they're bringing out of our screens. And yeah, of course, Deathmaker is going to be holding that #1 position. Who can dethrone him? You know, okay, like that guy's a god.
I mean, he's
But
a killing machine. He's the maker of
mhm,
death, like his name suggests. So, yeah, you can't really run away from him. But we have Rafa at a close second, followed by Cactus and Excali. So, yeah, the third and fourth position that we often seeing switch ups over there time and time again. But yeah, I'm curious to see where the esports team and where ROG Academy members rank amongst the MVP standings. Of course, we totally have an idea, but yeah, let's see how they end up performing over here in this match. And if it ends up making a difference towards the MVP standings, if we do end up seeing one of their players making it over here. But I think with these standings out of the way, we should be moving into the introduction for the esports team and just having a look at what players compose that team. And yeah, let's just quickly move on to that and see. Okay, so it's going to be Edit69, SS Sammy, it's going to be Pinks, Strix, and Fox.
yeah, yes, it is. Edit 99, by the way, but nonetheless, it's going to be Edit 99, Sammy, Binks, Bad Love. And yeah, it is going to be a fun one because these guys are just really, really good individual players. But then again, that is what it is. The esports team, they're really good individual players. They're I honestly would like put it like a group of friends just who just came together to put up a really good show for the audience. But nonetheless,
Yeah.
they also have their good stuff going on. So let's see if they can strategize just a little bit more because TEC Gauntlet is also a really good place to improve. You know, like just get that experience in. And not saying that these guys don't have their experience, but if you just get that little bit in on the upper bracket of the experience, you just know what to do. So let's see if they're going to be bringing anything extra for us. But enough about that. We are also going to be introducing to you who the most important player of the esports team is going to be. And we're going to be going into the player spotlight powered by AMD Ryzen Radeon to show you who it is. And that is going to be Bad Love with 146 kills and 182 deaths. Now, stats don't mean a lot because you can see that Astra leading up against him because this guy's an Astra player and he's one of the best Astra players I've seen because he is just insane with his Astral Star positionings and at the way that he manages to utilize them and help his team out. But at the same time, let's see if that is going to be enough to carry the team entirely through. And at the same time, along their Astral smokes and everything, your team also has to be able to capitalize that and, you know, push in with those smokes, push in utilizing those smokes. So what do you think? What do you think about Badlow, honestly?
I think it's fairly straightforward, right? You're going to be playing those control-based agents. You're not really playing that semi-duelist Omen kind of role. You're just relegated to throwing smokes around. So it's very hard for you to have that same individual potential that a Phoenix or a Jet or maybe something like an Omen or a Viper could offer. Even Viper has some playmaking potential with those snake bites and timing those walls down, catching the enemy off guard. So yeah, I mean, Astra has the least playmaking potential out of all of them, except when she's on defense. On defense, she has a fair amount of play potential with those concusses and those gravity wells. But yeah, I feel like those stats are not really reflective of how good of an Astra player he is. So I'm gonna take your word for it. I'm gonna accept that most of the time when you're gonna be playing that Astra, it's gonna be more about utility, less about your kills, less about your deaths, more about those assists and setting your duelists up for success. But with that out of the way, let's see what ROG Academy are made of. Let's have the team introduction for them and see what players they have on board and what they bring to the table. As it's made of Clouda, Glyph, Rio, Hooks, and Trance. Now, I do remember faintly seeing Clouda and Glyph being very, very clutch for ROG Academy the last time I saw them play, but I haven't got the opportunity to see them again since then. So maybe you can fill me in on that. Maybe you can tell me how these guys have been doing so far in the Esports Club Gauntlet.
Honestly, I would put it on Clouda's experience. Clouda and Rio, if I'm not wrong, have been playing together in Reckoning Esports for quite a while now. So have that good synergy going, and Clouda is insane with his aim. I've seen his spray transfers. I've seen how he handles that Phantom. I've seen how he handles all of his guns. And honestly, I'm waiting for that to come out onto our screens because I'm not really sure which team it was that they went up against, but they gave them a hell of a fight, and they were honestly a little afraid. Like, I'm pretty sure, what was it? I honestly can't remember. I think it was Global Esports, I'm not sure. But yeah, they gave them a really, really good fight. But nonetheless, Clouda, like you asked, is the duelist of the team, and he's really good at it on top of that. But at the same time, the other players of the RG Academy are putting their equal amount in, and they know exactly how to go along with the duelist, which a lot of teams are really hard. They find it a little difficult to do because the duelist just goes in, gets information, dies, and the team doesn't capitalize on it. But RG Academy knows their stuff. They know what they're doing. But nonetheless, we're going to be going into the player spotlight for the RG Academy, powered by AMD Ryzen Radeon, to show you who that MVP is going to be. And it is going to be Glyph, who plays a Sentinel that is Killjoy. 101 kills, 121 deaths, a lot of assists, and that ACS is 193. Now, those stats speak for themselves, but then again, Glyph is kind of a control player. As you can see, he's a Sentinel, but I feel like, he's that, that underdog, the one that doesn't come in the spotlight, except over here right now, which is honestly truly deserved because you don't really see him coming out with those flashy plays, but his play style is honestly what keeps the match going because you wouldn't get that information without a proper Sentinel on your team, and Glyph provides exactly that.
I mean, for a Sentinel, his combat score certainly seems high, right? Like, you have an average combat score of 193. Usually, you don't see that high of a combat score from your Sentinel players. They're more focused around just making sure that they deny the enemy team map control and are able to shut them down when they do try to do something crazy. So, yeah, I mean, Glyph having these stats it's pretty good for him. I mean, 193 combat score is decent. And I do remember faintly Glyph clutching out a couple of rounds for his team as well the last time I saw. So this guy definitely has some clutch potential. His aim is also pretty decent. And I'm curious to see how he's going to fare up against the esports team. Let's have a quick look at the map veto and see which maps are going to be played today because I think our audience is going to be interested in the slight switch up that we have. The first map is actually going to be Bind and not Ascent. And that was actually picked by the esports team. What do you think this means? Do you think they're more comfortable on Bind, or is this something they did to just throw the side of ROG Academy a little bit off guard?
Honestly, I wouldn't say that it's to throw the side of RG Academy a little bit off because the last time I saw the RG Academy going ham, it was specifically on Bind, and they're really good at it because those Astral Smokes that come down along with that information from Killjoy makes for a really good combination, and they know how to make the best use out of that. So it might be kind of a killing blow for the esports team because I feel like RG Academy is going to be better on the map of Bind because they have their stuff going on. They know their lineups. They know how to come out with those executes. And this is what I wanted to point out before. Like you said, that Astra, yeah, it is better on the defense. Yes, you're right. But at the same time, on a map like Bind, which comes out with a lot of explosive plays, and you can't get a lot of entries without, at least somebody dying and getting a lot of information, that is where Astra comes into play. Because that gravity wall is not something that a lot of players can expect. Those concusses and the smokes, if placed right, Bind is going to be a blessing for you. With an Astra on your team, it's going to be super fun to watch. So I think the RG Academy has a slight advantage on the map of Bind, and they might be taking it. For the map of Ascent, you really can't say. That is one of the most oldest maps. And it's just the basics, right? Once you get the basics down and you use your utilities in the moment and you go in for the explosive plays, get the sights down and hold it down, Ascent is going to be really, really fun for you. It's going to be a really trigger happy match. But at the same time, I'm not really sure how these two teams are going to be comparing against each other on the map of Ascent. That is, the last map is what is interesting as it is split. And I've not seen either of the teams play on split. So I gave you my 2 cents. What do you think the team, how do you think the teams are going to be playing on all these 3 maps?
I feel like if it goes to split, the match is going to get very interesting because as much as people hate split, I really like that map. And I know there are people out there who are going to give me crap for it, but I do think split is a wonderful map that it can be very deep and very challenging as well. I mean, sure, like it's a little bit weird in the way it is structured. Every single entrance and every single area in the game is very, very narrow. There aren't really a lot of open areas apart from the bomb sites themselves. But I think the way the map is structured around the rope rooms area is very, very interesting because you can get control of that area and you can just basically make the enemy team move around the map and have them react to you every single time as the attackers if you do end up getting that mid control. So it's a map that is very dynamic in nature. It doesn't really stay that static. You see teams moving around, hopping around. You compare that to something like Bind or something like Ascent. You mostly see teams just continuously holding that defensive side in areas, right? You can be rotating from defense. You're going to be rotating from defender spawn. You're not really going to be making any big, huge flanks most of the time. I mean, when you are, it's going to be on the back of a lot of information. But with Split, it's a little different. You almost always have to account for that flank coming in every single time you take a bomb site because that map is just structured in such a way that you have to worry about both of those areas at once. Even if you end up getting the opening frag, you have the man advantage. That potential is always going to be there where two players are going to come in from one area and the other person's going to be on the flank trying to play off of the distraction that is the other set of players trying to make their way into the site. But theory crafting aside, do I even think if it's going to go to this to split? I think that's the better question to ask.
Yep.
And that answer for me at least is no. I mean, I did sing, heaps and praises for ROG Academy, but when it comes to show for it, they are actually facing relegation if they continue to be in that spot that they are. So, yeah, I'm not too sure if they're going to be able to take arms up against the esports team, who are a little bit ahead on that group standings. The last time we saw them. So, yeah, let's see if they actually are able to, contest the side of the esports team and give them a bit of a run for their money because. You'd imagine that an academy roster, an ROG academy roster, they have to have something or the other, right? Like these guys have been picked up for a reason. These guys
Exactly.
have some
Yeah.
individual potential, and they just need a little bit more guidance in that team department.
Yes, you were absolutely right. But I want to talk a little bit more about that. But the agent selection screen has come up, and I'm really, really curious to know what they're going to be picking. And I'm sure the audience is too. So we are going to be going into the agent selection screen to show you what these amazing teams are going to be choosing for today. And okay, off the bat, I see the KO hovering over there. Okay, interesting choice.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
And
And it honestly, as always, is going to be going in for that Sova. I've seen him play that Sova really beautifully before. But honestly, for the side of TT, it's kind of detrimental because Edit honestly gets the information, but his team kind of fails to capitalize on that. I hope they understand that. I hope they capitalize on that instead. The RJ team, they know what they're going to go for. They know their stuff. We're going to be seeing a Viper, an Astra to control the various parts of the map. Kalauda is going to be going in for a duelist that is going to be Phoenix to just flash everybody, just blind them on their screens, go out and get those kills. We are trying to get his information and hopes is going to be playing on Raze. A good Asian selection coming out from the side of RG Academy, but at the same time, the last time we saw a double duelist setup coming up was day before yesterday, if I'm not wrong, Floki,
Yeah.
and that didn't go that well. So I'm not sure
Choose
how
your
it's going to be voting
agent.
for them. But yeah, let's just see how it is. Because on the side of TT, we're going to be seeing a Silva, a little bit of control coming in from Astra on Bad Love, and the KJ on Strix. Sami, again, is going to be going in for the Jet pick. And I've seen this guy playing Jet. He's really young, but at the same time, so talented. But yeah, I know I've been droning on for a bit too much. But before we go into the match, ladies and gentlemen, this is the TEC Gauntlet Season 1, top powered by W Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. And honestly, the Season 2 qualifiers are up. And if you think that you stand a chance to compete against these teams and you know that you have that skill, the registrations are up, the links are down there. All you have to do is go down and register for it. And at the same time, AMD Ryzen and WD Black, go and check the links out. Get yourself a beautiful SSD to get that fast gameplay. And at the same time, you can also get yourself those graphic cards powered by AMD and just power yourselves through to the next level. But anyway, we're going to be going into the game right now to get you started on the action. But yeah, what do you think about what are your feelings on this, Loki?
I feel like not having a Sentinel is certainly a little bit problematic here for the side of ROG Academy. But if there's a team that can make it work, it's them, right? They've probably run this multiple times. They know what they're up to. They understand that what not having a Sentinel means for their team, and but the lineup basically suggests is that even though they do have two controllers, they are going to be fairly dynamic around the map. They're just not going to sit around and wait for things to happen. They are going to be the ones making moves.
True, and off the bat, we're not going to be seeing any aggression like I normally tend to see in tournaments like these, because in the first match, in the first round of the day, you normally see these professional teams going at each other, just trying to feel each other out, going for really rush hour plays just to see what the other team are going to be doing. And doing a Rio is gonna be, because he just spams through that smokes and gets a kill on Sami. Minx, however, is gonna be answering back by taking out Flip. Really balanced out round so far, 4v4 situation, and a minute on the clock. The spike plan is gonna be going down. Minx tries to hold his ground against Hoax, but Hoax is gonna be having that aim, and is good for a second with that right click tap on Edit, and Edit is gonna be edited out of the map. Bad Love, however, is trying to look for a few more kills. That's managed to get one, but gets instantly traded out. 1v3 situation for Loki, and the retake scenario is going to be coming in. It is all up to Strick to clutch it out for the entire team. But Trance is going to be stepping his game up, going to be coming in, and is going to be taken out. As I said, you can't really infer a lot from the first round. It's just like random chaos. And yeah, you can't really do much about it. You just have to wait and watch for the second and third rounds to come into play. But you just get the guns, and then you start to see the strategies coming out. And I'm really waiting for these teams to go head to head against each other.
Yeah, most certainly. Edit had a very good recon dart to scout things out early on in the round, but it didn't really do all that much for them. And I mean, at the end of the day, sure, that kill through the smoke was cheeky and cool, but it's still the side of ROG Academy who end up flushing out that round. So kudos to them for being able. Oh no, it was actually Sammy who got picked off on the jet, right? And Sammy's actually playing. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Never mind. But yeah, the second round is probably going to be going in the pockets of ROG Academy. They should be able to easily hold on here and just prevent the side of the esports team from pushing in. And there you go, Strix. It's going to open things up. Binks is going to find another kill. They've actually managed to open up that A side. Okay, and the spike's going to go down as well. In a 5v3 situation here, they've recovered some Spectres as well. And now it's all down to Hoax, Trance, as well as Clouda. So they do have some smokes to work with to maybe separate the map a little bit, but still, it's all going to be down to these duelists and how many kills they can find. Okay.
Yeah, Clouda is going to be able to see through that positioning, but no, that gravity well was just so beautifully positioned. It gives the rest of their team to be able to take advantage of that and pick up the remaining few kills. That was a really good, well-placed gravity well, because once that information was given away with Clouda, he didn't stand a chance. All he could be doing was just waiting for his death. He just got sucked in, and it was waiting for somebody to peek out. But yeah, beautifully placed shock darts and an insane coordination coming in from both sides of the team. But at the same time, it's kind of it's a little bit, confused. It's a little chaotic so far. Not really sure what the two teams are going to be doing. The rotate, the retake scenario did come out, but they were just not being able to pull it out. But then again, they did have the player disadvantage. We will see what they're going to be doing on the third round of the board. We are going to be seeing that bonus round coming out as we see all Spectres in hands of TET. Meanwhile, the ROG Academy are going to be making do with just classics, a Frenzy, and a Sharp. Let's see if they're going to be able to pick up kills with those guns. We've seen miracles happening before with those guns, so I'm just hoping for that to come in. But a beautiful flank is going to be coming in from Battle, but that is not going to matter because France is waiting there. He knew that flank is going to be coming in. Takes him clean out, puts the player advantage on their side, and it's looking kind of good for TET over there. Although it's just the first kill, it's still kind of looking good. And a bloodbath is going to be coming out anytime soon, but no kills are going to be going down. But as I'm saying that, the fills are going to be start pouring in. And Edit is just going to be popping off, takes out 2 kills for his team, bringing it down to a 1v4 scenario, and it's all down to Clouda now. This Matt is known for his aim, and look at that. He's just going to snap out of that head, but then again, they don't have the guns to pull off the round, and we are going to be seeing a full buy coming out this round from the side of ROG Academy, so let's just see what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, great stuff by the esports team to be able to get the spike down at least, and just make sure that ROG Academy can't really do much in that round. So they do get that bonus round on board after winning that second one. The economy is going to be looking absolutely amazing. They still have Spectres to work with. Going to be upgrading next round. And yeah, a big and important round here for the side of ROG Academy. They need to be able to hold on here, otherwise they can be broke once again. And we'll see if this commitment of 2 players towards Bathroom is going to work out. No, Binks is actually going to end up finding Glyph, and that's the Viper taken out here. And Sammy pushes through that toxin screen and finds the Phoenix. The esports team is proving us wrong time again. And now Sammy is going to go forward and find hooks as well. Only 2 players surviving now in ROG Academy, the Sova and the Astra. And I think they're going to be hard-pressed to clutch this round. There's no way they pull off this 2v5, especially when, Binks has... the showstopper ready to shut down any aggressive push that they might undertake here.
And we are going to be seeing a little bit of a flex of Tommy over there. He's just going to be waving his fan, waiting for any kills to come up onto the screen. Just waiting for anybody to come into his screen and so he can just take them, pop that bullet into their head. Nonetheless, really good coordination coming in from the side of the esports team right now because they took entry so well. They knew exactly where they were going to be, and that aggressive peek on shower by the ROG Academy was a little bit iffy. I don't think they should have gone in for that shower push. That shower hold, because if, like you said, it's a really important round. Once you start losing your guns, you can't really do anything. And that is exactly what the esports team did show them. Because once you peek them, they're not going to let you go away. They did pick up the kills. They got the bomb plan down. They held down the side. Sammy was just so confident because it was the last player on the field so far, on the field then. And he did go in for that hunt. But nonetheless, amazingly done by the esports team. But at the same time, Floki, you got to understand, once this entire momentum starts going, it is really hard to stop. But then again, once the swap comes in, once RG Academy starts playing on the attack, they could honestly show us a different game and we could start seeing a comeback.
Yeah, I'm certainly eating my words over here. Esports team definitely proving that, at least in these first few rounds, that they're not to be underestimated. And ROG Academy once again being relegated to these Sheriffs and 1 Hero Phantom to work with. Let's see if they can actually pull this round on board. They're going to start things off with the Cosmic Divide here. Let's see if the esports team can capitalize fairly well. Glyph is going to be playing that close angle with the Chef. Throws down the snake bite. It's going to be forcing Sammy to move out. Maybe could have gotten that shot and then gotten the kill, but won't succeed. Gale Showstopper is going to come through from Binks to find that kill. He's going to find Clouda somehow. And they're still just standing strong for the time being. And there you go. Edit is going to be able to take him out. A 2v4 situation here for ROG Academy. They found 1 kill so far. They've done well to get this. But Trans is going to find another. And that's actually the spike carrier going down here. No stars available, so he cannot really separate the map anymore. But Bad Love is going to find him. And now it's all down to Rio and Sheriff. And it doesn't do much. Binks puts a bullet in his head. And that's going to be the end of that. The esports team will end up claiming a 5th round for themselves. The 5th round for themselves, and they're going to be up 4-1. But finally, ROG Academy have a bye, and they still have a chance of making a comeback here. Although it's going to be long and a hard battle because the economy on the side of the esports team is looking very, very good.
True, and at the same time, once you start losing that momentum at the beginning of the entire match, you start losing that confidence at the same time. And it looks like RG Academy is just being a little too chaotic. They're not holding sides properly. That Cosmic Divide did put in a little more to that flurry, and they did get confused a little bit more. But that's the thing. I was expecting them to be, not cracking under pressure, but they seem to be cracking under pressure today. But nonetheless, let's see if they're going to be making a comeback right now, as we see a little bit of an aggression coming in over towards B side for the first time, but Hoax is going to be getting tagged just a teeny tiny bit because they expected that position to be held down. That's a really common position. And aggression, a really hard aggression is going to be coming in from the side of the esports team, as they're just going to be clearing out all the corners to just check out wherever they're going to be using their utilities to their fullest advantage. But off the bat over here, Glyph is going to be holding his ground, waiting for that rotate to come in, and that rotate is going to be coming in, and he does get a kill off the bat, bringing it down to a 4v5 situation, and Glyph is going to be good for a second. Just helping his team out 1 kill at a time, and the 3rd kill does not come in as Sami is going to be shutting him down. He's going to be like, no, you've had enough. Cloud over here with his ultimate coming in, with his running back, trying to get a few kills, but he doesn't know that there is going to be a player behind him. But that Rio shot, Hunter's Fury honestly helped Kalauda out a lot, but nonetheless, that is not going to be of any use to them because a kill wasn't found. Sami holding a really aggressive angle that he didn't really need to because the bomb side had gone down. He could have played a little safer angle like Binks is over here, which managed to get him 1 kill. But no, the entirety of the RG Academy is going to be like, you know what? You're just alone. We're just going to be rushing you right now. You're going to be getting that kill, putting the 2nd round onto the board for the side of the RG Academy. I hope that gives him a little bit of a momentum to start getting the rounds onto their side because so far, Loki, they're looking a little confused. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, and if you look over to the side of ROG Academy, they don't really have money for full shields, rifles, as well as utilities. So Glyph is going to be going a little bit cheap by buying up those light shields, just making sure that he has a rifle in his hands and can shut down a push if he needs to. And Clouda as well going to be playing off of the light shields. He already used the run it back in the previous round, so that's ability he's not going to have for this one, which he would have liked to have. But yeah, okay, Hawks playing a very off angle there. He's going to be able to find Binks, and there you go. Man advantage secured. They can fall back now and just play a little bit more defensively, but that love is going to find Trance. Clouda looking to shut down the push that has come through from the Gardens here. Going to throw down both of his curveballs, but the Killjoy ultimate lockdown being used. Should clear out the side at the very least, and elbow as well. The rotations have already come in though from the side of ROG Academy, and I think they might be able to slow down this plant here with those shock darts. Oh my god,
Spike
Rio.
down, B.
What a sick shock that actually prevents the plant, gets them the kill. And now ROG Academy with the man advantage are going to be pushing forward, but it has been nullified to a bit. Edit has found himself a kill, and now it's a 2v2.
Ooh, and honestly, they should be playing it a little bit safer because they do have the time on their hands. They do have to play it out the time a little bit, or they might just be getting shut down from the esports team because they're looking super coordinated right now, and they both get the information on where the rest of the defense team is. They might be able to shut them down, and that is exactly what they're going to be doing. They're going to be holding very defensive positions over there. Hoax is going to be holding the hooker position, and Ray's over there. Rio over there is going to be holding the defense spawn. But that plant has come in. The spike has come into action, and the post-fight scenario has been put up. Hoax does try to get a kill with the showstopper, but no, gets killed out instantly. But Rio is going to be good for a 3K, and he gets the last 2 kills. That is going to be added. And Sami, just insane showmanship over here. Just popping off. He just started off the round with that insane shock dart, prevented the spike plant from coming in, and honestly, he just clutched out the entire round solo. Yeah, 3K, but the entire plant was stopped because of him. They played time because of him. The last 2 kills was because of him. Really, really good showmanship from Rio over there, and I hope this momentum is going to keep going on because I want a really neck and neck gameplay coming out from both sides because these 2 teams are really, really potential heavy. And I know how well they play with their strategy, so I want to see that strategic gameplay coming out.
Yeah, and now it's looking like that the economy of the esports team has been chipped away at. If you notice, they don't really have all that much money. And it did drop a rifle over to Strix, so even he's going to be a little bit stripped for cash over here. And Rio starting things off with those shock darts. Does do a little bit of damage, but SSAMI is going to find the first kill on Hoax. And there you go, Edit with that Hunter's Fury is going to be able to Glyph, but Glyph did get a kill before he died, and so did Clouda. This is still a 3v3 situation here, and you still have all the utility remaining on Clouda. He's gonna find a kill and back off towards the smoke. That recon dart gonna reveal his position though. Does not have the run it back just yet. Can't really get that free body off, but yeah, they are repositioning now, and a big decision for the esports team to make. Do they take the teleport or do they plant? They're gonna stick the plant.
Ooh, that is going to be kind of risky because they know the default positioning, and Strix is going to be tagged down, bringing out 47 HP on him. And it is going to be getting the kill on Cloud, however, and Rio is going to be answering back on Strix. 1v2 situation, and it is all up to Edit to clutch this round out. I know the guy personally, and I know how good he is, and I know he has the potential to clutch this out. And he's going to be playing time. He's going to be playing mind games with the entire team, and he knows when they're going to be peeking, and he tries to go in for those kills, but no, it's going to be shut down by the ROG Academy, putting the 4th round on the board for the ROG Academy. Both teams looking really strong. ROG Academy did have a little bit of a shaky start, but 4-4 on the scoreboard right now. Floki looking super intense, looking super neck and neck, and I'm just waiting for a bit more spice to come out because we're seeing it happening. We're seeing it all unfurling, and we're seeing the entire, the drama unfolding on our screens because they're getting it back. They just got warmed up, and ROG Academy is going to be bringing the fight to the side of the esports team. Now, the esports team, however, is no joke. They're really good by themselves. But like I said, they're a little more individual players because I know Edit personally, and he is insane at what he does. And so are the rest of the team. Sami, they're just such good names. Sami, Binks, Edit, Badlove, Strix. They're so good at what they do. But I feel like I haven't seen a lot of coordination from them so far, and they seem to be picking it up, and I'm loving what I'm seeing.
Yep. I mean, Trade Gravity while actually stopping the Boombomb from getting in, so it forces out the paint shells from Binks, and now Clouda has to run it back, and he's going to be playing that B Gardens area with Hooks. Both going to be peeking off the flash. It doesn't really catch anyone off guard though. They are ready for it. Clouda thinking maybe second time's the charm, but they're just going to try peek it instead. Get no information. But Binks using those satchels towards Hooker should let them know what's up, and I do think he's going to get tagged up. Trance is going to take him down from on top of containers. But this is the side of the esports team starting to move back towards A. Maybe trying to sell a fake, and that recon that's gonna come in along with that cosmic divide once again. Maybe second time's the charm, and Rio gonna pop his ultimate. The Hunter's Fury gonna tag up a bunch of players here on the side of the esports team, and maybe those shock darts can finish off the job. But now Clouda with the running back is looking to find some kills. Is only gonna get a bullet in his head instead, as Edit takes him out. But still, a 5v4 situation here, and that Astral Divide, or that the Cosmic Divide, has been used from both sides now. Sami is gonna get flashed, gets peeked by Rio. Rio takes him down, and now a 3-5 situation. Trance almost ends up falling, but they have made their way on that B side, and they are gonna be planting that spike. Once again, no Astral Divide, recon darts available.
Yep, and RG Academy is looking super strong with their player count over here, with their head count over here, and it is looking really, really shaky for Edit Bad Love. And Strixie Plus is out, but they're gonna be proving me wrong, as Strix is gonna be good for one, just sprays the living hell out of Trent. But nonetheless, the entirety of the RG Academy is gonna be answering back and getting the last few kills, and Hooks is gonna be popping off. Just casually jumping into Hook over there, picking up the remaining few kills, just picking up those heads over there to bring the 5th round into play for themselves. RG Academy, like I said, although they're not that old of a team, and France doesn't have a lot of experience, in my opinion. I haven't seen him play in a lot of tournaments, but then we have names like Rio and Hoax and Clouda over here who have played together. They've been in Reckoning Esports, and they're really good together, and I know how good they can be with their coordinated team plays, which is what I wanted to see from the side of RG Academy. And at the same time, the esports team, bunch of friends, really good communication with each other, but I've seen them falling apart a few times before, where I feel like it's just a little bit because of overconfidence. And today they seem to be taking it oh so seriously, and off the bat, a really good shock dart from Rio is gonna be taking out a lot of health from Edit over there, and it is just like, what just happened over there? Because he was using his owl drone to find out where all the players are. But nonetheless, that is going to be mattering a little bit, because it's going to be making it a little bit easier for the side of RG Academy in the long run, as that side take is going to be coming in from the side of the esports team, but that is going to be shut down instantly by the esports team. And Clouda is just going to be popping off with a good spray and just takes out 2 with 1 magazine, because that's all he needs. Bad Love knows that Clouda has to be shut down, but no, Clouda is going to be denying him that, and this is exactly what I was talking about, Floki. Clouda with his aim sometimes is just so godlike. It is just beautiful to watch, because he was good for 2k with 1 magazine. That's all he needs. The man is like, you know what? I don't need my blaze arm. I don't need anything else. I mean, I don't need my flashes or anything. All I need is 1 magazine and a few bullets. I'm just going to be holding the trigger and spray transferring. I've seen the spray transfer before. I have no idea why he's really, really good with his spray control.
Yeah, I mean, and now the esports team forcing again. I don't like this move. If they buy here and they lose this round, they're not going to have money to buy in the next one. So they have to get that spike down at the very least to justify these weapons. And there you go. Rio's going to try his luck once again with that shock dart, but this time around, doesn't really see anyone. That recon dart should give them a fair bit of information, and yeah, the Killjoy was more than ready to take it out. Once again, an A take coming in here from the ROG Academy, but from the esports team, but this time with the kind of weaponry you would see on a second round. So yeah, not the best one in the world to work with. That shock dart once again, hoping to clip someone, but it doesn't really catch anyone. Rio tries his luck spamming through the box, but doesn't connect, and now, I mean, the esports team, this is about as good as it gets for them. They've pretty much gotten a plant without any violence whatsoever, and Strix is going to continue playing that lamp area, but getting sucked in by the gravity. Well, F is going to find one, Clouda finds one, and Rio finds one as well, out of nowhere. 3 quick kills going the way of ROG Academy. Back. Sami actually found 2 kills, but in the end, Rio and Trance are going to shut them down and put the 7th on board for themselves. Rio's going to get the defuse, as he says, please, my ult is very, very close, just let me get that. And Trance gives it over to him.
A really good take coming in from the esports team over there, but fell down a little too shabbily, because those stars placed by the RG Academy were really good, and they shouldn't have stayed, stood that close to those stars. That really went to their disadvantage, because that's all they needed. Once they get that information that Astro Star is going to be coming into use, all they have to do is spray that down, because they know exactly where it's going to be placed. That is how good coordination looks like, and that is exactly what RG Academy shows. But at the same time, no shade on the esports team over here, because they're taking the sites really well. They're blocking our vision just perfectly, getting the spike plan down, like you said, without any violence whatsoever, and that is exactly what you're going to be having to do in a match like this. But nonetheless, we're going to be seeing a little bit of a switcheroo over here, as the esports team is going to be going in for a B take finally. But nonetheless, The RG Academy is going to be ready for that, and Traz is going to be a little overconfident, tries to go in for a kill, but no, gets shut down, and it's insane coming out from the side of the RG Academy because they're going to be shutting down such an insane rush, but Strix is going to be good for another kill, bringing it down to a 2v3 already, and a minute 11 seconds on the clock. Floki, not a lot of time has gone down and a lot of time to play around with, but at the same time, the esports team has gone in for such an aggressive play that honestly, the RG Academy could not see that coming, but at the same time, they held their ground, they held their guns, they held their crosshair positioning, and they just started getting those kills. But Glyph over here is also going to be holding his ground, waiting for that rotate to come in. I love how Glyph was here while that entire fight was going down on B side. He knows his team can handle it. He knows to trust his team, and he's just going to be leaving them be over there. The Hunter Fury is going to be coming in from Edit 99 to swap out a kill at least, and he's going to be able to get his nemesis as he takes out Rio, bringing it down to a 1v2 situation. And honestly, he has a spike and he can still go for the plan. He can go for a bamboozle play. He can go for that take on B. No, but Hoax honestly reads him through and through, takes out his operator, and just takes him clean out. And a little bit of a cheeky teabag over there. Yeah, sportsmanship, sure. But yeah, beautifully done by the ROG Academy. And that is going to be meaning that the 8th round is going to be coming into play for them, and we're going to be seeing a switch. Now, what is going to be interesting here, Floki, is to see how they play on the attacker side.
Yes, definitely. I mean, having two controllers gives you so much room to work with on a map like Bind. You can slice up the map in so many different ways and just play it like a fiddle. You know, the defenders, I mean, sure, they have a killjoy, but that killjoy can only do so much. You can only watch so many areas with your alarm bot and sentry and your nano swarms, and it can be a little bit hard to hold on when you're playing against these dual controller setups. We'll see what they decide to do, though, of how they're going to prioritize weaponry and who's going to be the first person in. For the time being, it seems that the Astra did pick up a frenzy, so prioritizing firepower a little bit over having multiple stars. And Rio gonna scout things out with the help of his drone right at the round start. Gonna spot out Binks, who is throwing a grenade towards that A-shot area, and I think he's gonna get control now. No way in hell he makes it out of this one alive, but he's looking for... They're gonna spot each other out, and there you go, that should be Binks backing off from that lamps area. But while all this is happening, the spike is slowly creeping towards Hookah. This is just an elaborate fake to maybe set up a B-take coming in from ROG Academy, and they've sold it. That Viper wall being committed and Hooks being in an aggressive position to catch someone off guard basically means that the B side is completely free. It's only Strix, and he actually pulled back his sentry as well as his alarm bot, so there's nothing to stop the push from coming in. And the spike, it should be going down pretty much for free over here. Hooks was on the road. Can he find a kill? No, he cannot. Binks catches him off guard.
Is it just me, or did it look like he just left his mouse for a second? And honestly, that was unfortunate, but that was an easy kill. Nobody knew that Hoax was there. There was a really cheeky flank. There was a really cheeky positioning, and this is the coordination that I love. I love how much trust they're putting into each other, and that is how you're supposed to be playing it. But I'm loving how they're doing it so far. Hoax is just like, you know what? Let my team go there. I'm good over here. I'm just gonna be getting that flank out. It's gonna be helping my team out from over here, and they're gonna be going into that spike plan. Now they have the spike plan down, but it's gonna be giving them the advantage, and all they have to do right now is hold that down. They know that Glyph is gonna be there because of that lineup coming in, but no, Killer is gonna be coming in from Rio and Oak over there. Sami and his teammates are gonna be rushing Glyph and are gonna be taking him down. Sami with a run by, just gets Clouda clean off, making it, giving them the advantage, but no, that last kill is gonna be coming from Sami because his aim is honestly just godlike. When I see him play that jet, I just love seeing him play on a ghost. All he needs is a ghost to pop those heads, and that is exactly what we're seeing. He just goes for a drive-by with the ghost. How often is it that you get to see that, Loki?
Not very often. I mean, Cloud are just getting robbed of that kill despite flashing that jet off. So unfortunate. I'm pretty sure he might be banging his table in frustration after what happened there. But still, ROG Academy, they did quite well on defense. They have a big round advantage, and this is what it's for. You know, it's a fail-safe. You end up not really winning the pistol round. That's okay. You can eco the next. Just look to buy the third round and hopefully get it under your belt. And even if you lose, then it's fine because the scoreline's not going to be something that you can't recover from. Edit. Scout things out first. Throws the shock dart forward and does connect onto Rio, but is not going to be able to do all that much. Binks, though, fearless as all heck, is going to peek out from the wall and destroy France. And now he's looking for the second one. He knows he has the Spectre. He knows his opponents are on an eco, and he's just hunting for those eco frags.
At this point, to be honest, ROG Academy is just trying to get a few kills with that economic force fight that they're having. Not even a force fight, I can't even call it force fight. We're just seeing a few sharks The rest of them are just classics, not even a lot of utilities. Rio and Razor, they are going to be going for a good crossfire, just watching each other's backs, and Rio is going to be good for a kill. Takes out his nemesis Sova, takes out Edit, bringing it down to a 2v4 situation. The spike line is going to be coming in, which means a little more money for them, a little richer is what they're going to be by the end of the round. At the same time, they're going to be going in for those kills. They try to get those kills with a limited amount of artillery that they have, but they're not going to be good for any kills. Rio does try to go in for another kill, like the cheeky one they got an Edit, but no, Sami is going to be shutting it down. It's going to be like, you know what, aim game today? No. I'm going to be taking the aim game today. And that is going to be putting the 6th round onto the board for the esports team. But at the same time, we got to talk about how coordinated ROG Academy is looking right now. Because towards the beginning, they were looking a little shaky. They were looking a little dazed. But yeah, like I've said before, I feel like they just picked up those Red Bull cans, just started chugging them, getting that energy back in. And honestly, to the audience, if you're feeling a little down too, because it is the night and we're just bringing you all the adrenaline we can with this match, that is not going to be enough. You can just scan those QR codes, go on over to the site, and get all of yourselves this insane amounts of Red Bull cans to stock up, because we have so many matches lined up for you. But nonetheless, this is going to be the next round coming into play, and I would love to do this, but then take it away, Floki.
I mean, this is a very crucial round here for the side of ROG Academy. If they lose this one, then they probably have to just buy shares in the next one, and that does even up the scoreline for the esports team. Great early shock darts as well as recon ball to scout things out here, but they don't really get all the information that they would like. And Clouda, capturing that orb has given away the fact that there's at least one player towards B Gardens, and we'll see what elaborate fakes they set up this time around. The Viper wall once again towards the A site, but they're all rotating in towards B. And this time around, the esports team, they're ready. They know how these fakes work. The stars are going to come in from the Astra. So now they should be going forward, but Strix is going to be able to find that first kill. Gets the dink on Glyph. He's so low, but he will get that return kill, and Trans is going to open things up from Garland. Rio goes forward through the recon bolt. He will be scouted, but he will be able to fall back. And they're going to take the teleporters and make their way towards A, where Sami is waiting for them in shower. Peeks out, gets one kill. Can he find the second? Yes, he can. He's on Clouda as well. Single-handedly pulls this round back for the side of the esports team. And now ROG Academy, in a very difficult 1v2 with only 20 HP remaining on Glyph, have a mountain to climb ahead.
True, a 2v3 at that, Loki. But then again, considering how low Glyph is on his HP, I would consider a 1v3 at this point. But yeah, they are going to be trying to go in for that clutch, but no, Sami is going to be shutting him down, because I've told you before, Sami, on his aim, there's a reason why this guy goes in for that jet pick. He's just so confident in his aim. He's so young, but so bright and full of potential. And I love seeing Sami play, because he's just, he's like one of those players who just holds out of their mouse and it's just like a part of their hand. Just starts popping off, he just starts getting those kills. He's so good with his spray transfers, spray control, his aim at that. And you can see that coming into action over there. And that is honestly coming into the advantage of the esports team. And I hope they're going to be taking it all the way through, because yeah, looking a little shaky over there. And once the ROG Academy is going to go in for that bamboozle play, they're getting a little bit confused. But Sami is standing his ground and he's just holding showers just so hard, waiting for that rotate to come in, because he knows that the entirety of ROG Academy is going to be going in for the rotate. They had that disadvantage, and he just took advantage of that. But off the bat, we're going to be seeing a hard equal run coming in from the side of the ROG Academy over here. Not a lot that they can do with that artillery, but they're going to be trying nonetheless. Skill is going to be coming down as Hoax is going to be going out from Hookah. Rio is going to be trying to pick up a kill against a Phantom, which is not a wise choice, but he might just go down. He's still holding that corner, which is honestly not something that he should be doing. But then again, it's an equal round there. He's just trying to distract him on B while his teammates just go ham on A side, but that is not going to be happening as the esports team is just going to be there to take him out. But Rio, with this shock dart positioning, again proves he's just worthy to be that solo. Takes out Strix with an insanely placed shock dart. Glyph over here is going to be popping off, takes out Bad Love, does manage to get up a gun, and he can even out this round. 2v2 situation, not looking that great for ROG Academy right now, because the esports team is pulling the shot together and they're just popping up on their screens over there. But nonetheless, Cloud is going to be holding a cheeky angle, takes Edit off guard. Edit just informationless, he couldn't do a lot. Left. The spike plan has not come in. It is going to be in that market positioning, and it's being a little slower paced right now, because they do have the economic disadvantage. But nonetheless, they're not going to be giving up. They're still going to be trying to go in for the plan and the clutch at that. It'll be a really good thrifty round if ROG Academy can pull this off. But it is the esports team we're talking about. They know exactly where everybody is, and Vixen's got to be getting that cheeky kill on Paulauda. Pulls out the showstopper to get the last kill to finish off Glyph, and he knows Glyph is going to be pushing him. Vixen's just waiting. His finger is just itchy, waiting for Glyph to come out, but no, Glyph is gonna be firing first, takes out Biggs, but a really good damage from RG Academy over there. They just had Sheriffs to work with, and they just started, you know, popping up left, right, and center. Beautiful angles held by them, but Esports team, come on, I know their potential. I know they can do so much better, and they are getting their rounds back. It is really neck and neck right now, but I just want to see so much more for them. I've seen them play so well.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly are playing quite well. They've managed to equalize the scoreline at the very least on the defending side, and I think there is going to be a bit of a pause, tactical pause being taken up by one of these teams. I'm not too sure what it's for, but should be finding out soon enough. Now, if you look at the scoreboard, you will see that Sami had enough money to buy 2 rifles, but instead he's going to choose the operator and just leave Strix to a sheriff or a frenzy or whatever weapon is that he decides to purchase here. You could say that it's a little bit selfish, but then again, you're playing a jet, right? And you kind of want to have that operator so you can get that free pick. You know, like we've always talked about, you always have that one free peek on Jet, and yeah, if you can make it work, if you can get the advantage off of it, hey, you can potentially just win the round on the back of that. So yeah, let's see if that ends up happening. Let's see if Sami can find that opening pick and justify the operator pickup. But it seems that Strix has been dropped, so yeah, they're gonna have rifles across the board.
And to be honest, it looks like the Esports team has a little bit of an economic advantage, so they don't have to be that scared. But the RG Academy, they're risking a lot on this, because if they start losing heads right now, they're going to be losing a lot of money. And a little interesting tidbit over here, Sami has picked up the operators. I'm waiting to see what magic is going to be pulling off that operator, because I know how good his aim is. This is going to be popping up left, right, and center. Just getting kills from Shower over there because he likes to play that position. And I'm loving that they're not switching up so far. I'm loving that they're holding down their ground. And I've seen a lot of teams just switch up, sites when they're not being able to do it. Sometimes that comes into their advantage, sometimes it doesn't, and I'm loving that they're holding their own. They're just holding their own sides. They know what they have to do, and they're pulling it off. But at the same time, the RG Academy is going to be, just answering back, getting those kills too, playing it really strategically. They're using their abilities to their fullest advantage. And we're going to be seeing, as I'm saying, abilities, we are going to be seeing the Viper Spit coming into action from Glyph over there to block off any vision, and they're going to be trying to take the side, and they're all holding inside that Viper's pit, just waiting for somebody to push in, just waiting for somebody to be suffocated by that pit to get those kills. But no, Bad Love and his teammates are going to be popping off. They're going to be answering back. Eden and his team are just going to be popping off right now, and 3 people remaining on the side of the Esports team. Really well put together round, but at the same time, honestly, that was so well done by the Esports team. They knew exactly where they're going to be. They sprayed down the usual angles, and they managed to land those kills. They did not back off. They were really steady on their aim. They were really steady on their ground. They held their ground, so to speak, and they just started getting kills left, right, and center. And once that Viper went down, it was like those the shower curtains coming down, and everybody was revealed, and you just had to pick up the last few kills. Really well done by the Esports team.
Yeah, great stuff by them to be able to shut down that push. A very interesting choice by ROG Academy to actually use that Viper ult a little bit earlier. Okay, Sami making that free peek work, getting that kill on Glyph, and that's the Viper being taken down. So that's no Viper wall available for you, no poison smoke, no poison clouds, no snake bites at the ready for those post-plant situations. And the Esports team certainly making these operator picks work here. Now Sami is looking for more. Is playing in a bit of a weird position here, but is going to get smoked off. Cloud does need a fair few shots from that classic, but he will get big nonetheless. And now he's looking to push forward and find the kill on Sami. So Bad Luck, just a little bit off on the timing as translation on, and now man advantage secured for the side of ROG Academy. That body is going to scout things out, and oh my goodness. Rio just narrowly avoids death. That Hunter's Fury does do a little bit of damage, but that's going to be it. And now Strix gonna commit that Killjoy ultimate, the lockdown at the ready. There is a Hunter's Fury available, but I don't see it being used. I think he's actually saving it for the plant here, and Sami is gonna be able to pick off Trance. And that's the ultimate committed, and now that Sova ult is gonna go. Can it find 2 kills? No, it does end up finding 1. He's waiting for the defuse to come in again, but it's not gonna happen. And now Cloud is gonna throw out his gold bomb, and Sami gets the kill.
One enemy remaining.
Defuse. My goodness, and Sami gets the aim to end things off. Oh my god.
It was so beautifully done. And the defuse comes out too. Sami caught or what? His aim is just landing so precisely today. He starts out with getting that initial kill on the Viper. Damages them so hard because they now don't have any balls to work around with. They do still have the Aster, but Sami's just going to be denying them Every single thing, his positioning is so good. He was deep inside. He was deep in trouble along with being deep inside, but he did not budge. He knew where everybody was going to be. He had that operator in his hand. He was super confident, and he just started popping off, and he denied them everything except the plant. The plant did come in, but they still went in for that defuse, and Sami supported his team so well. So insanely played out by the Esports team, and this is exactly what I was waiting for, and they're showing that to us again. That is going to be the 10th round on the side of the Esports team. 8-10 so far, and RG Academy has to be stepping up their game a little bit because the Esports team is getting wiser. They're being able to see through their strategies, or being able to see through their abilities and their smoke, so to speak, at the same time. And off the bat, Bing's beautiful spray control is going to be getting Glyph and Colada with one spray, and Sami is going to be good on Twins. Just get the kill, puts it down to a 2v5. And honestly, this is a really crucial round for the RG Academy because they don't have the money to, sacrifice themselves. What is happening with Rio today? He knows where everybody is. He's just playing mind games at this point. He's just getting kills left, right, and center with just a shock dart. Doesn't even need a gun. Hopes, however, has a cheeky little angle deep in his side, and Bad Love is not really aware of that. If he peeks at the right time, he could be good for like a 2K, because Sami has his back turns toward that side positioning. If he does manage to fight it down, and he does manage to fight it out, but Bad Love is going to be good for that kill though. 1v4 situation, and Rio can't really do a lot. All he has to do is pick up those exit frags, and Sami has spotted him out, but he did not have the positioning. He had to fall back, and Rio knows since that's an operator, he has to be falling back, but no, it's going to be super heroic. It's going to be super brave. 14 seconds of the clock, not a lot he can do. He has a spike, but he can't really do this. He has to fall back, and that is what he's going to be doing finally. 7 seconds of the clock, but no, a sneaky peek coming in from Sami over there. He's waiting for him to come up to it. No, he misses. 2 seconds, and all he has to do is play time right now. Rio still wants that kill. He's still hungry for blood. He's trying to get out Sami, but no, none of the players are going to be giving up their head. The operator is going to be lost, but I have no idea what happened during that exit frag situation. Rio just... it was mental, Floki.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane. I mean, the ROG Academy taking a bit too much time, just going out there for a leisurely stroll and end up just running out of time to get that plant down. And now the Esports team about to put the 12th round on board, because I don't think the side of ROG Academy can take this one. I mean, look at their weaponry. It's shoddy. They don't have anything impressive to work with apart from that one Phantom that they managed to buy. But even then, it's not in the hands of someone like Arena. It's in the hands of Rio, and he's the SOA for the team. So I'm not too sure if he's going to be able to find... Well, is there going to be a pause? They did ask for a pause on the side of the ROG Academy, but they were not able to get it. Okay, but yeah, it's okay. So they decided against using that pause. Never mind. So, yeah, ROG Academy. See what they can do here this time. Changing things up. Looking to hit that B side, but all that Killjoy utility is just waiting for them get the plant down so that they can be denied those nano songs, and that out getting so much value edit. Gonna go for a very cool recon dart actually. That was who can reveal every single person on site. And look at those kills coming through for Strix. Gets it from the board, looking for the 5th one, but Binks is gonna steal it right out of his mouth. I mean, Binks has been denied an ace, Strix has been denied an ace, and yeah, I think at this point it's just gonna be them just denying each other aces time and time again. Match point here for the side of the Esports team, and I must say I did not expect this result. These guys are definitely on point, and I certainly take my words back. These guys have impressed me. SS, Sami, Bing, Strix, every single player from this team just never ceases to impress with their amazing spray control, and I don't know, their ability use is just very proper here.
Ooh, I could not put it better myself. I was just going to say how impressed I am with how they're popping off today, because they're not playing individually. They're playing so well put together, and they're playing off of utilities that they're using from each other. But anyway, enough about that, because I want to see more of what TEC is going to be bringing onto our screens. But off the bat, Binks has gone in for satchel damages, and he does manage to get the damage, and he also managed to get the kill, and it's just going to be popping off, locking onto Clouda's head over there, taking right out. Oh no, bad positioning and bad timing does mean that he's going to be taken now, but that is going to mean that the Esports team, the rest of the Esports team, are going to be picking up the slack and just getting kills left, right, and center. So beautifully done by the Esports team over there. And like you said, then, honestly impressed. That was not something that I saw in the beginning, and RG Academy was looking a little stronger, but the Esports team brought it back. They brought it back with, you know, the fire in their stomachs. They knew that they wanted those kills. They knew just how to play around them, and they were just feeling each other out. They were trying to like understand how they're playing, and once they figured that out, TT answered back. they answered back hard, and RG Academy was just left clueless because they just couldn't understand why their abilities were being able to be seen through. And to be honest, I put that a little bit on Edit and honestly the entire teamwork. Edit is so good with his recon dart, and you saw that flashy recon dart
that
coming
was
in.
so cool.
That is
Yeah.
exactly what I love about Edit and the rest of the gang over there, because they have the information when Edit pulls it out, and then if you get that information out, the rest of the team just starts popping up. They know exactly where they are, so they just start using their phantoms and vandals to kill them. Strix just start, when that recon dart came in, Strix just started, popping up, getting those kills, and Sami, the god himself, with an operator, he can do anything. But anyway, we are going to be heading into the match highlights to talk a little bit more about how it was such a fluctuating little match over here, as RG Academy was putting TT under fire, and they were like, having a little bit of a hot feet kind of moment, and they didn't really know what to do. But once TT started figuring out what RG Academy was up to, they just started bringing the storm, and RG Academy couldn't really do anything. But nonetheless, I don't want to be hogging this from you, Floki, so take it away. Just walk us through what we saw here today.
Okay, just a cool little fact here. ROG Academy did not put a single round on offense.
Yeah.
Let that sink in for a bit. Let that sink in. I mean, the esports team, their defense half looked so good. They literally won 8 rounds in a row. And there was nothing that the ROG Academy could do about it. They had some rounds where they came close, but they could never really clutch it out. And I have to say, I mean, even though I was, just doubting about ROG Academy, and I was saying that, oh, these guys should be taking the game, these guys should be doing this, that. The esports team just, had a point to prove today, and that point was that they are better than ROG Academy, and they certainly did in this map 1. I mean, just completely dumpstering the side of the esports team on that defense half, as we saw, as they didn't get a single round. But there were some cool moments for ROG Academy. They had a few rounds where they did some pretty cool stuff. Edit, very hard 1v2 for him to pull off, so not much he could have done there. But ROG Academy, the defense looked absolutely amazing, which is kind of surprising when you understand that they have no sentinels on their team. But at the same time, their offense seemed to be lacking somewhat, and I can't help but wonder if this was because of miscommunication, agent composition, or what. I don't think that agent composition was particularly the fault, because when you have 2 controllers, you're just able to open up the map that much more for your team. But it never seemed like that ended up happening, because even though they had these 2 controllers, they just never played in coordination with each other. Sure, they were setting up fakes and double fakes and whatnot, but at the end of the day, I mean, once you start doing that, the enemy team is going to be looking out for it, and they're not going to be caught so off guard with it every single time you do it. So, yeah, ROG Academy just abusing the tricks a little bit too much, and side of the esports team do manage to punish them for it. I mean, what a sick Hunter's Fury 2 by Edit69, by the way. That was a very sick kill on Rio. I didn't expect him to get that.
Honestly, Floki, I would pin it a little bit on a level of experience, because RG Academy, I wouldn't say that it wasn't because of that. But nonetheless, before I talk about that, look at Sami popping off for a year. That drive-by was so good. Cloud, I didn't expect that. He was like, wait, you're flash. How do you get that kill? And then it was good for another. Sami, the god himself, and also that op clutch that we saw, the operator clutch, he was so good with his aim. I'm waiting for that to come on. But I want to talk about RG Academy right now, because their coordination was not off. What was off is the fact that they were going a bit by the book. They were coming up with the usual strategies, and yes, it is good for a moment, but once you start putting out onto the field a bit too much, it honestly boils down to individual skill, and that is something that the entirety of the esports team has. They've got a lot of experience in the esports industry, and they started showing that. And look at this beautiful hold by Sami over here. Like, he just knows. He's just holding his ground. This is exactly what RG Academy did too, but Sami is just holding his ground. He has so much faith in his team. Like, you know what? That flank is going to be coming in, and I trust the team, and I'm just going to be waiting for that flank to come in. Just starts popping off, just starts getting kills left, right, and center, and it was really beautifully done by the esports team. But yes, like I said before, the RG Academy's strats were becoming a little stale, and the esports team just saw through that. They were like, you know what? You're going to be doing this anyway, so we're just going to be spraying you down. We know where you're going to be. And that was really disadvantageous for them. And that's where that's where the entire experience team comes in, because the esports team individually, they have a lot of experience.
Yeah, they most certainly do. And like one of those rounds as well, like Liv just ulted, it just the ult did not cover as much ground as you would like, So there's a very limited amount of area that you actually end up covering with that ult. So at the end of the day, sure, okay, this was a sick shot by Sami. I'm not even sure what's happening today, but Cloud, let's just say it's not his day. Every single time he's gone out to peak with that flash, he's just been shut down by Sami. But yeah, that aside, that ult once again that I
Hmm.
was talking about was just so premature. It seemed that it didn't do all that much. And man, that recon done by it was
I
also
swear.
fantastic.
So juicy. I
Yeah.
love how well they coordinate with each other. But the thing is, the last time I saw T, they were a little shaken up. That's why I was hoping that they pick it up and pick it up. They did. And I love them for it because they showed us so many good plays, so many good strategies. And it's not even about strategies on the map of buying, because even if you take those executes, it gets, like I said, it gets stale after a while. And that honestly hurt RG Academy a lot because they were playing a bit too much by the book. Yes, they had the coordination, like you saw Hoax holding down the B side when sorry, A side when the rest of his team went on a B, and that was a really good thing. But it just fell apart towards the end because they were playing it by the book. They were like, you know what, this is what we have to do. This, but they were not thinking in the moment. That is something that the esports team has. They know how to live in the moment and how to do what in the moment. But before I go into the closing, do you have any closing thoughts on what we saw today?
Yeah, I do hope that ROG Academy just sort of break out of their mold and just try to look at the game from a fresh perspective because
Yes.
they seem to have very set in stone ideas about how to do certain things, and it's not really working out for them. I mean, every single time I've seen them play, they're more like, okay, you know what, guys, we're gonna do this, then we're gonna do that, then we're gonna do this, and that's it. Like, there's no room for compromise in between. So it's like you mentioned, it's a lot by the book. Never once did I see them, do anything. That was a little bit cheeky, apart from that round where
Mhm.
Hoax was on the A side, just holding
Yeah.
for that lurk and just looking to find that one kill, but couldn't do so. So, yeah, apart from that, I do think ROG Academy need to loosen up a little bit. They just need to relax, get their head back in the game, and just make sure that they read the game a lot more than they plan the game. Because yeah, they have their setups in mind. They know where the stars are supposed to go, how the snake bites are line up, and where the recon dart's going to land and what information that's going to give you. But just knowing all of this stuff versus feeling it are two very different things. And once you start playing by feeling, that's when you can focus more on your aim, more on your crosshair placement. Think about where that next enemy is going to pop up from, and get that multi frag that you need to hold on to that to your side for a little bit longer, and just prevent those rotations from coming in. But regardless, ROG Academy, I hope they hone their inner instincts because I do think they have those. It's just that they feel like a cornered animal a little bit. They just it just seemed that they didn't really have any plays in the book left by the time we reached the ninth round for the side of the esports team. But let's have a quick look at the maps and see what the map beta looks like. The first map, of course, going the way of the esports team, taking it 13-8, a very decent score line. But now the next map is going to be Ascent, and that has been picked up by ROG Academy. So I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to get a good half in this one. Now, they are starting on the attacking side, not on defense. That's where the esports team is starting out. So maybe that makes a big difference. But still, I wonder what the agents are gonna look like. I wonder if this is the opportunity or this is the time where the side of ROG Academy say, you know what, since we're starting on attack, let's not pick up the Cypher or like let's not go for the Killjoy. Let's go for something else. Let's get that Viper again and try to divide things up here towards the A side or towards the B side, wherever it is that they decide to go.
Oh, and a map like Ascent, it is pretty similar to Bind. So I'm not really sure what the RG Academy is going to be doing there. Because if they're going to be living by the book a little more, it's going to be detrimental for them. And we might see another one by TET right now. But nonetheless, speaking about those 5Ks that you need in the moment, you really can't do that with an outdated setup, can you? We are powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon, and the links are down there. Just go down there, get yourself a new setup, get yourself whatever you need. Those super fast SSDs for the super fast performance, or those graphics cards that you've been craving for so long. And at the same time, I know this is a nightly match, and I know you needed a little bit of an adrenaline, and we're trying to give you the best experience over here. But still, if that adrenaline is falling a little bit short, we have those QR codes up for you. All you do is just scan them, go onto the sites, and get yourself a can of Red Bull. But anyway, enough talking about that. We are going to be going into the map. We're just going to be setting up the map for you. We're going to be setting everything up for you so we can give you the best experience possible. And for that, we need a little bit of a break, and we are going to be back right after that break. Don't go anywhere. Until then, it is going to be me and Quaint. Just me and Folk. I'm really sorry.
It's gonna be
Just
you,
taking it.
yourself, and you.
Yeah, you, me, myself, and I. Yeah, totally not a song over there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is going to be me and Floki signing off for just a few minutes to take a break and come back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the TC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. It's your boy Queen over here at the caster's desk with my lovely co-caster Floki. And we are back with the second map of the day, which is gonna be Ascent, which is honestly a really, you know what, really back to the school, back to the basics kind of map. And before I get into that, I'm just gonna be breezing through it super quick right now, and we'll go into the map veto to talk about it a little bit more in the map veto.
Yeah, the map veto, in case you guys are wondering, of course, the first map was won by the side of the esports team. They picked up mine and they performed not so much on the attacking side as much as on the defense, them stringing 8 straight rounds in a row and just crushing the side of ROG Academy on that defense. But this time around, ROG Academy, they get to pick their playing field. It's going to be Ascent, and the esports team will start on defense. So we'll see if they can do some damage over here and maybe pull the series back to a 1-1 and take it to a decider on split. Remains to be seen, but yeah, if they've picked Ascent, I'm sure they have some strats in mind. Something that the esports team are not going to expect, and they're probably going to catch them by surprise. Also, them starting an attack is perhaps a bit of a blessing because they get to practice those strats for themselves and just do those funky things that they think is going to win them the game. So yeah, ROG Academy, I mean, you said that they need to look away from the book, just hone their instincts and play off of their gut a little bit more. Let's see if they do that. Let's move on to the agent selection screen and see actually what agents these guys are going to be picking up in just a bit, so we can have an idea as to what lineup is it that ROG Academy are thinking of. And once again, I see them hovering over the KO, but they don't pick it. What the hell? Come on.
I mean, at the same time, KO is not allowed in the tournament so far because it's a really new agent and we haven't really pieced into that as of yet, so we're not gonna be allowed that. But nonetheless, Trans is really, it's mostly like Trans. Yeah, it's like Trans just wants to go for that. It's like, oh, I can't go for it. But nonetheless, we are going to be seeing a really quick pick from TT over here. Sami is going to be going in for that jet again, and I love seeing him on the jet. Binks is going to be going in for waste play. Strix trying to control the map is going to be going in for that KJ, which is really good on the map with Ascent because you get a lot of information out. Edit, again, as always, is going to be going in for that Sova that he always loves and knows so well. We also know him so well for playing that character. So honestly, on the map of Ascent, Sova is a really, really good character, and Bad Love is going to be going in for the Astra. At this point, Astra and Jet and Sova, to an extent, have become a staple. So we're going to be seeing those coming up from him. Hoax, from them. Hoax is going to be going in for that Jet. Trans with that Astra gameplay. Lauda with his usual Phoenix. Bio on the with that Sova, and Glyph with a KJ. A decent lineup so far, and we're going to be seeing duelists on both sides. So let's just see. On a map of Ascent is honestly validated. So what do you think about the lineup?
Interesting stuff here. So they go for the Astra. This is pretty much as cookie cutter as it gets, with the exception of them picking up the Sentinel this time around, going for the Killjoy on Glyph, and hopefully, just easing the burden a little bit for themselves on defense. Defense wasn't really the problem on buying for them, but maybe in this map they feel like it's good to have a Killjoy to just lock that B site down all by yourself, have those nanoswarms in different positions every single time, and just keep the enemy team on their toes. If it's whether that nanoswarm is going to be in lane, whether it's going to be on the default plant spot, you never know. And I think that Glyph is a naturally intelligent sentinel who realizes that he's supposed to switch his setup up a little bit. So yeah, let's jump into the match and see what is it that the esports team do to defend against the side of ROG Academy, who are of course going to be starting off on the attacking side. Let's see what they're capable of here. And right off the bat,
Yeah.
we see them taking a technical pause. Nice.
Might be a little bit of a tech issue, honestly. It kind of happens to the best of us because they did want to pause in that last match. They didn't get it. So they're just going to be taken now instead. But nonetheless, you guys, the audience, I'm speaking to you right now. You got to understand that, yes, I know you're anticipating this match oh so much. But at the same time, we're not done with this. We have this every day. We have so many amazing, insane matches coming out every day with these top tier teams coming out onto your screens, just fighting it off for you on screen. So honestly, if you don't want to be missing out on that, just go down, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon so you just get notified whenever we're going to be going live, because you don't want to be missing out. This is not the end of it. This is just the beginning. It's just season 1 of the TEC Gauntlet. And at the same time, since it's season 1, I also have to mention season 2 registrations are up. And if you want to be joining in on the action, the links are also down there in the description. You can go down there and quickly register yourself to prove to us that you are the best of the best, to come into the groups and just start fighting it off against teams like the esports team and the ROG Academy. And I hope you have what it takes to come in, and I'm waiting for those underdog teams to come in just to see who's going to be shining the brightest. And yeah, I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, so am I. I mean, very confident buy here from the side of ROG Academy. No light shields whatsoever. Just Ghosts and Frenzies all across the board. And it's probably going to be Hoax and Clouda leading the charge for their teams. Just one curveball to work with at most, and we'll see how he decides to put it to use here.
Of course. No, it's going to be coming into play though. And off the bat, we normally see a slow gameplay coming from teams like these. And we are going to be seeing utility usages off the bat, because that Astra, you don't work with your gun a lot, you work with your smokes more to support your team. We're going to be seeing that is going to be giving Sam the advantage to go over into that cheeky boost, but he should be staying there. And he goes in for that rush instead. Does manage to tag up Cloud a little bit, but he has to fall back. No commitment has come in from either side so far. Hoax is going to be holding a cheeky angle down mid, waiting for anybody to come in, but he's going to be pushing, trying to kill Binks, but Binks is going to be expecting that. Holds a really defensive angle, and he does manage to take out Hoax. So far, so good. 4v5 situation. Floki could be going any side, but this again is a pistol round. I can't really exactly say anything so far because it's going to be a random, chaotic round. And at the same time, we're going to be seeing a little bit of an aggression over on B side as the spike is going to be going in on over towards B side. Switch tries to take out as many heads as he can, but he just made a fail though. Binks Hour is going to be good for a kill. France instantly collapsed back with a kill on Sami. 2v4 situation, and the defense is looking super strong right now. And oh my god, Binks is just going to be jumping up to get that third kill. And fourth on France. He's just popping up. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna be having the time of my life. I have my classic, and that's all I need. Amazingly rushed out first round, but the defense knew exactly what to do, and their hands on their mouse just started flicking onto their heads. Beautifully played out first round, and the RG Academy is gonna be paying for it a little bit because they don't have the confidence, you know, not even the confidence that they haven't gotten the ball rolling, which means that we're gonna be seeing Spectre buys on the side of the esports team. That is gonna be giving them a little bit of more the confidence play, Floki. So let's just see what they're gonna be bringing out.
Yeah, I mean, Binks is probably going to go hunting for those eco frags once again, and Sami's going to be watching that Styles area from shot. Does get that first kill, now just spamming through the smoke with the Marshall. There you go, Clouda looking to get that kill with the classic, and hopefully the triple burst, but is not going to succeed. And you know what, he's going to think twice before he peeks that, but does not. He actually just ends up going for it, and Sami punishes. And now look at the amount of map control the side of the esports team have. They pushed out B completely. There is the Killjoy still playing towards Styles, trying to catch them off guard. And Hoax is going to be taken down with the classic triple shot. Glyph is going to be spotted as well. Binks is going to find him. Sami found himself a triple. Trance in a very cheeky position. Could get one kill, but the question is if he can find more. Needs to pick up that Spectre. It's probably going to be guarded, and there you go. Sami puts a bullet in his head, shuts him down as both duelists start the game off with a 4K each on the side of the esports team. Feeling good, should have money to upgrade to rifles if needed. We'll see if they do decide to go for those though. It's much better to just play the bonus round instead.
True, and they are going to be going in for that bonus round. And to be honest, I'm not even going to say anything about it. Sami, all he needs is the Marshall. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays the entire match with a Marshall. That's all he needs. He just has to lock onto the head, right? And that is super simple for him. Love how this guy plays, I love his aim, and I love how mechanically good he is. But nonetheless, I'm waiting to see more as the third round is going to be coming into play. Off the bat, we're going to be seeing a little bit of a defensive position over here on A with a good crossfire coming in just to get a little bit of information from Edit over there as he puts in his recon dart towards A lobby to see whoever's there, but they are going to be finding out that there's nobody there. That information is information enough, but they know that there's not going to be a lot of players down A lobby, so they might want to put a little bit more resources towards the side of B. Once they do that, it is going to be super hard for the RG Academy to take that side, because then again, they're going to be running into the cavalry. They're holding really good positions right now. France has no idea that a cheeky angle is going to be held by that Astro over there, along with Edit. So honestly, once that push comes in, Sami's going to be popping up. Tries to go for the first kill, but he's going to be missing. He's just going to be waiting it out, waiting and just hoping for his team to back him up, and that is going to be happening. Clouda does manage to get a kill, but no, Sami's going to be trading up through smoke. Beautifully done. 3v3 so far. I mean 3v4, but Sami's gonna be proving me right by taking that kill on Clouda. Spike has been planted, and the post-plant scenario is gonna be coming into play.
Yeah, but they still only have 2 players on site over here. The Killjoy is still trying to make her way towards the A side from shot, and now the noise has been given away. Sami knows that there's one player backstabbing him, so he's gonna throw smoke down and try to focus on the other side. Trio in the meantime is gonna pick up Binks, and now it's only gonna be Sami surviving with a Vandal to his name. Can still clutch it out, is healthy enough to do it, but 3 players to take care of it once is going to be very, very difficult at the time. Ticking down. Spike is singing its song, and Sami is going to be good for 1. Reloads, tries to go for the second, but that sentry is going to take him out. If Trance won't, but Trance will. And finally, ROG Academy put a round up on offense, start the buy round strong, and yeah, good stuff by them to be able to get that spike down. I mean, if Sami connected on that first shot, this would have been an entirely different round. I mean, he would have had the confidence to just go out, get that kill on Clouda, prevent that first pick from ever coming through, and maybe just shut down the push towards Garden itself. But unfortunately, he ends up missing. But this time around, he's going to have the operator, so he's going to be more likely to just take that shot and hit it. And if he hits it, well, that's a kill confirmed. No way on earth you're going to get a resurrection. There's no Sage on your team. And, Yeah.
But hey, it is what it is. It happens sometimes. But yeah, that was a force buy. That was a bonus run. I'm sorry, coming in from TT. So it doesn't really hurt them that much because you can see there's a shining, spanking new operator in the hands of Sami, and you know what he can pull off with an operator. So the RG Academy should be scared. If they go in for a rush, they're going to be in for a world of pain. They're trying to go in for a beat take, smoking the right angles up, holding the corners, trying to find out where everybody is. Binks is going to be tagged out a little bit by that shot over there, but that doesn't really matter because he's going to be holding his ground. Going in for that kill, does get a kill, and the entirety of TT is going to be popping off, getting kills left, right, and center. 2v3 situation, still looking good so far. The attackers can still put this down. Spikeland is going to be coming in at a secure position so as to not get killed out by chance, but Oaks is going to be spotted out, and I'm pretty sure the utilities are going to start coming in. Sami is going to be trying to wallbang that, but no, he has to be able to connect it. He does have his Blade Storm, but he can't really pull that out right now. But as I'm saying that, Adlov is going to be getting that kill on Hoax, and Edit with his shock dart is going to be taking out his nemesis Sova, putting up the third round onto the board for the side of TET, who is playing so well coordinated right now. Loving what they're putting out so far. And Edit, oh man, I love your shock darts, I love your recon darts, I love your lineup, and I love how your team plays so well along with each other.
Yeah, but it seems that ROG Academy once again find themselves in a similar situation like they did on their attacking half on Bind. I mean, they're gonna force buy this one, just have enough money to buy the next round as well. But yeah, already the economy is starting to build up a little bit over here for the side of the esports team. They have an extra 2k credits in the bank on multiple players, so that's gonna come in handy if they do lose this round. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a hard one to take for them if they lose all these players. Sami is gonna find that first kill, but Clouder is gonna get that trade. The operator down. Keep pick up there. Let's see if they do manage to recover it. Edit is gonna go for the shock that does not connect, and Battle of getting concussed up here by the Ascent. Binks finding 2 kills with the help of a single paint shell. Doesn't even fire a single bullet from his weapon. The operator recovered, and a 4v2 situation here for the esports. Coming in for the kill is gonna find one with the Spectre, but Binks is gonna get the return, and Strix shuts down Glib on the other side of the map as the esports team put up another round on board for themselves.
Ooh, I just feel like the RG Academy falls apart just a teeny tiny bit on the attacker side because I don't know why they don't go in together as a team. Somehow they go in individually and pick individual fights. Like they do try to do that. They do try to go in as a team, but they're holding the same angles. Now, yeah, sometimes yeah, crossfire is good. You would put that argument in front of me, but when you're taking a site, you hold every angle along with each other. You should know what your teammates are doing. You should know that your teammate is going to be holding this angle, so I should be holding the other so that he doesn't get backstabbed. But since they're not doing that, they're getting caught off guard by TT. And if they don't understand that, it's going to be really detrimental to them because TT is just going to keep shutting them down on the defense. And once they get a lot of rounds on the defense, Ascent is a fluctuating map. You can do really well on the attack side too, because so TT could just like make this a really hard win for themselves. But anyway, we are going to be seeing the 6th round coming into play as we see a little bit of an aggress coming on A lobby, but Bings, all he needs is his pain chill. He gets a kill off the bat, goes in with his showstopper, tries to get a kill. But no, he does not manage to do so. They're holding a really safe angle and Everett over there, and an insane crossfire coming in does mean that it's gonna sound like an entire LMG situation going on. But Bings is just popping off with his utilities. What are you doing, my man? You're destroying them. But Sami is just gonna be standing there at a really aggressive angle with an operator right at the face, and he just takes him down. Such a clean defensive round coming in from TT over there, and RG Academy is just gonna be left a little bit shaken because their takes are just not synchronized. They're not doing it fast enough, they're not holding the right angles, and they're just falling short a little bit on the communication sector.
Yeah, I mean, ROG Academy just nerfing Binks, forcing him to get kills only off utility, and he's doing just that. But Binks, I mean, this man has been delivering. Even Sami, for that matter, on the operator has been brilliant, despite getting flashed, always finding those key pickoffs to start the round off. And ROG Academy once again on a bit of an eco here. I mean, this should be an easy 6th round on the board for the side of the esports team, and man, they're gonna be so happy with what they've done on defense. Sami has been revealed, but look at the balls on this man, just standing there and braving that dart, being like, yes, come peek me, I dare you, bro. And bad luck is gonna find the kill on to start things off. Cloud is gonna get a return kill with the help of that frenzy, take out Binks, looking to recover that rifle. Do so, but Edit is gonna find Trance in the meantime, and still a 4v3 situation here for ROG Academy. As Lauda has made their way into the spawn, but he's not doing too much with it. Strix, nice shot towards Glyph. Lauda's gonna find another one. He does end up finding Bad Love over here. And they have opened up the A side a little bit. They still need to deal with the Sua for the time being. That bot hand should give them some cover. Nope. Edit is gonna take out Rio, and Strix is gonna shut down Clouda again. And there you go, Strix coming in with the BM, giving it back to Glyph on the previous map. I think it's the second time around he's done that.
Yeah, yes, you're not wrong. But I want to talk a little bit about RG Academy. I don't understand why they're not waiting out a little bit just to find out where everybody is. And then just like, they could really go in for a little bit of a smoke utility usage, just block out the visions wherever they want to block it out. Take side entry, let's say B, for example, just take side entry, clear that side out as a team, and then hold it down. It's not that hard to do. I mean, I can't really say that, but at the same time, they're falling a little bit short on the teamwork. I don't really understand why. Because once you're the bookish sort of strategy start to fall apart, they get a little bit confused, and that is what is wrong with RG Academy. And if they start to understand that, if they begin to capitalize on that, then yeah, TT is going to be in for a little bit of trouble. But until then, it is going to be TT just picking up round after round. And Clouda off the bat is going to be trying to get a little bit of information over there on the side of B to find out whoever is hiding out where. And he does get that information on defender spawn, and he gets taken out. But that is just a fake, because the entirety of RG Academy is meanwhile on the side of A, just taking it cleanly. They got full control, but Edit is going to be there on Heaven to take out as much information as he wants to. He's just going to have the liberty to find out wherever everybody is. He does manage to get one out, but no, that Killjoy is going to be moving out of the way at the right time. Doesn't manage to give him the kill. Binks is going to be popping out, gets a few kills for himself. And Zombie with his Blaze Storm doesn't manage to get a kill, but then he's going to be taken out by Rio, who's popping off right now. 3v3 situation. It is looking kind of good for RG Academy over there, and they manage to put up the kills onto the board right now. Good take and good after plan positioning, but they're being a little too aggressive, but that is working out for them as Glyph manages to land the final kill on Strix, Loki. Well done by RG Academy, but you see how they're peeking out, they're giving out their heads just at the wrong time. It was, honestly, I would put that a little bit on luck. They took that round really well. That was a really good fake coming in from Phoenix over there, but at the same time, they're going for good executes, but they're not holding it down that well enough. They're not holding the same sites. They're becoming a little too bloodlusty. They're going in for those kills, and they're just giving away their lives. They're not peeking it together.
Yeah, and it's a little bit problematic for the esports team. If they continue doing it like this, RG Academy will punish them because, yeah, I mean, you give them openings like those, you just, peek in an awkward manner, they will get those punishments. But, oh my god, Sami just getting the worst timing there. ROG Trans somehow just knew that Sami was going to try and peek that and catches him off guard there. And now, in a 5v4 situation, the map's their playground. Where do they want to go? They're gonna shut the door down, so they know there's at least one player playing in that boathouse area. And with that information, they could just look to hit A instead. Walk-up shot, but it seems that they're very keen on going towards B, where the Killjoy is just go in the face of Strix and make him reconsider his life choices. But once again, this is classic ROG play. They fake presence in one part of the map and then start moving on to the other one. And I think Binks has caught up to that because he is looking towards mid. He's like, are they going to do something cheeky over here? Are they going to just try to go mid to A? Or what are they trying to do over here? Well, he's not going to find any answers because they are making all their way from A main. And there you go. Edit has spotted them out. That recon dart is going to be destroyed. He will be detected. But he has the recon dart and the owl at the very bad of trying to spam with the Guardian. He's going to be able to find one kill to start things off. Make it a fair 4v4. And Edit going for those default shock darts, but the plant is not planted towards that default generator area. Instead, a little bit deeper towards under heaven. He spots out all three players with the help of that owl. Should know exactly where they're positioned. And yeah, the rest of the esports team coming in with the backup. The Astral Divide at the ready, and they're going to use it in conjunction with the help of that lockdown to push the entirety of ROG Academy out. But Rio has that ultimate at the ready and will use it to take that lockdown down, even tag up Strix. Clock still ticking, though they need to get the defuse in. The esports team, they're going to start to tap it. Edit 99 is taken out. Oh my god, Banks again with the spray transfer, but do they have enough time? Do they have enough time? I don't think they use a bomb.
Oh no.
It's gonna go off and it's gonna get both Bad Love and Binks. ROG Academy, they run the timer down and they end up taking the round. Great stuff by them to be able to put that round on board. But somewhere or the other, I have I have to say, Sami must be feeling a little bit robbed there. He used to try to check the off angle, make sure that there's nothing silly or any funny business happening. And he got picked off by Trance, who just had his spidey senses tingling at the start of the round.
True, and honestly, as much as I would like to give credits to that round to RG Academy, I feel like that was a little bit too close for comfort. They could have played out their time a little bit better, and they could have just held down their positions a little harder. They weren't doing that, and they could have gone down, and they did, but just at the right time to give them that round. But hopefully that's going to be giving them a little bit more confidence to get the kills out. But no, Binks is just going to be aim locking his way to Cliff. Love his aim right now. He's just popping off with his utilities and his aim at the same time. Hoax, however, is going to be able to get Strict somewhere else on the map. They're going to be taking that entry on mid. They already are in the market position, but Binks is going to be good for another kill. But Hoax is going to be trading him instantly out. Sami going in for his ram through that smoke does manage to get out. Hoax, 2v3 situation, not looking that good for the attackers over here. That Spike Clan has to come in. Francis is going to be going in for that quick divide. Cheeky now to block out any information, but before he can do that, he's going to be spotted out. That is going to be giving Sami and his teammate enough information, along with edits, recon darts, to understand exactly where they are. The first kill is going to be coming in, and he's going to be beautifully backed up by Bad Love over there, getting the second. So amazingly well done by the esports team over there, because that coordination, Fulky, that is what I'm here for. That is exactly what they're giving us. Like, that perfect positioning of the recon dart, along with that, owl drone edit. My god, that guy is insane on the Sova.
Edit actually somehow managed to attack 2 people at once with the Sova with that owl dart. I'm still not sure how he managed to do that, but hey, I got to witness a miracle today, and I'm not sure if that sword trick is gonna work in my pubs. But ROG Academy just committing heavily towards that B side and not finding all that much success. Binks, I think he was instrumental in that round, but enough crying over spilt milk over here. I mean, ROG Academy, they have a round to win here, even though they only have sheriffs. This is doable if they play their cards right. And so far, there's only the Killjoy playing directly on B. You do have Binks playing in that market area, but he can be smoked off if need be. And Binks, feeling that something isn't right, is probably going to try to throw those paint shells out, see if it tags up someone, and see if it forces any movement from the enemy team. Sami, in the meantime, he did spot out some players towards shot, so he will relay that information over to his team. Hooks, just lucky to be alive right now.
And a really slow round at that, Loki. 5v5 and still 50 seconds on the clock. Still a lot of time to play around with. But I feel like the RG Academy is cutting it a bit too close again. Sami knows exactly where they are, but he gets flashed. He's going to be falling back. Edit, however, is going to be taking the brunt of the force, and he's going to be taking 2 kills down for himself. Strict is going to be backing up and get another kill. And what a fast round! As the esports team was just like, you know what? Shut down. That's all they had to say. They brought out their guns and they just shut RG Academy down so hard. I love how they're playing out so beautifully in coordination with each other, but at the same time, RG Academy, we're just breaking apart on the attacks every time. It's just like, I don't know, Loki. They're just like getting a bit too confused and a bit too slow with their takes. And once they start losing their momentum, right? They start losing their confidence even more. They have a lot of work to put in. Not a bad team at all, because you've seen how good they can play, but at the same time, they got a lot more experience to put into themselves to start, getting those rounds.
Yeah, I mean, the esports team have certainly been feeling themselves today. And Sami, gonna get blocked off. Starts to contemplate life and wonder if genuinely was the right agent pick for this game. But he's proved us, he's proved himself another round, so he has nothing to worry about. Glyph is actually gonna find Strix right off that bat, but look at those paint shells doing so much damage. Somehow, Glyph is still alive, but Binks getting shot through the smoke. Did deal a fair amount of damage over to Glyph, but it's not going to be enough. Clouder going forward with that double. He's going to be looking to find the jet, and he will succeed. Now, lockdown coming through. This round is in the bag for ROG Academy. Should be a guaranteed 8-4 half. Not much that ROG Academy can do over here. Unless Edit can somehow find 2 kills, then he will have that Hunter's Fury available. But Clouder is going to put an end to those plans. And once again, an 8-4 finish here for the side of the esports team. ROG Academy, they get only 4 rounds on offense here. Very unfortunate.
At the same time, Loki, it's kind of like a fluctuating map, so they could start feeling themselves back up again on the defense side. Because they're pretty good in the defense. Normally on all the maps, they're pretty, they know how to fall back at the right time. They know how to come in with that team play. And they're better on the defense because once you run the defense by the book a little bit, it's not bad. Because you don't have a lot of strategies to put in. on the defense, you just put your setups and you go in for the retakes with a little bit of strategy. And that is not bad to be played by the books, but on the attacker side, you have to put in so much thought into taking those sites. So yeah, I feel like with that extra bit of experience, TT is really good on the attack. So let's just see what is going to be unfurling for us right now. As we see on the pistol round, we are going to be seeing a little bit of aggression over towards A side, but that sound has been given out on short as the Wraith is going to be going for that pain shell throw over there just to find out if he can get a kill or not, at least damage a little bit off of some player, but no. Information is going to be taken out of that and no kills are going to be taken out at the same time. But instead of that, Trance is going to be getting a kill on a Binks who went in for a really aggressive play on A side. He's all the way up in Garden. I'm not really sure why. And Zombies is going to be failing his dash. A little bit of an F moment over there. And he's going to be paying dearly for that. He won't be having that dash anytime soon again. With Does Magic get a kill and a second. And Leo's going to be back in beautifully up. A full flawless round on the first half. On the first round of the second half, like I said, Floki, ROG Academy, they're a bit better on the defense. They're just, they know how to play by the book, and that is why it pays off during the defense. But on the attack, they have to be a little more creative, which they're not yet. I see a lot of potential in them because Colado and these and the other players have so much experience in the entire esports industry. Like I said, they were in Reckoning, and they know what has to be done. At the same time, they're just a little short on the creativity because Valorant is a really creative game, which is why I love it so much.
Yeah, ROG Academy,
Concealment.
I mean, great start for them
Pulling them
once
in.
again, but this time around, they might have some trouble over here. That Shock Dart doing a lot of work for them as Clouda actually finds a kill with the Hot Hands itself. And he's going to be peeking again on the back of that curveball, just shutting down the safe push. And now Binks looking to recover a Spectre. I'm not sure if he managed to do so, but yeah, Clouda just shutting that A push down. It's going to buy his team so much time here. Hook's in position as well with the Marshall. Looking to pull things back a little bit.
I dropped the spike.
Binks.
I have the
Oh
spike.
no, he's actually caught in the corner with a spike. He has the paint shells at the ready, but he does not have the satchels. And there you go. They suspected that Binks is going to be playing in this corner here, but they don't really know that he has the spike. I mean, Hooks is just covering that angle, and there you go. Clouda is going to find the third kill for himself. Hooks is going to pick up Binks, make sure that Clouda can't find an ace, and there you go. Rio's going to shut Battle Up down as well. As ROG Academy put another very important round on both of them, taking the tally up to 8-6. Now the buy round's going to come in from the side of the esports team. And the offense is somewhat lacking structure over here, I must say. I mean, for ROG Academy, it's the opposite problem. It's too much structure. And for the esports team, it's no structure at all. Because that first round, Binks, as soon as he threw that grenade in, he pushes up short. He throws the boom bot towards that gardens area and just starts running his way towards A Heaven and gets shut down by Trance. And there was absolutely no one backing him up. So, yeah, individual plays being made here from the side of the esports team. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But this time around, they have a better chance of working because their weaponry is in their favor. Okay, look at that. Binks and Sammy actually will find kills through that flash, but Trance is going to pull it back somehow. Make it a manageable
player
2v3,
standing.
but Strix is in the side and he's going to take him out, and now it's all down to Rio. And just a Marshall in his hands. I mean, if he gets another kill or two, he's going to be quite happy with it because this is the bonus round for ROG Academy. But yeah, that round difference is not going to be kind to them.
Spike planted.
Ooh, and he needs to pick up a few guns to save the round. I'm pretty sure he's not going to be going in for that kill, but he does manage to pick up a Vandal. Honestly, he should be happy with a Vandal, not even a kill. But he is going to be going for that audio input over there. He's going to be giving out all this notification to the world, to the entirety of TT, to let them know that, hey, I'm here, coming in for that fight, and you better be scared. And that spam is going to be coming in from under heaven. Tags him out just a teeny tiny bit, but that shock dart doesn't really do anyone any good. And Strixa is going to be capitalizing on that. The alarm bot over there that gave him all the information he needed to take out the last player standing. He could have gone in for that save though. He had a Vandal. Could have been a little bit of a hero action going on the next round, although they do have enough money for a buy, but still they could have saved that. But nonetheless, good, well played out round coming in from TT over there. Like you said, it's just that the entirety of the RG Academy is a bit too thought out, a bit too by the book. So once they start playing it a bit too slowly, and once TT understands that, if they rush them, they will be scared. They'll be just so clueless that Edit and his team, with Edit giving that information to his entire team, just will be able to pick up kills left, right, and center. But these fragments, like look at Sami just popping off, just gets a beautiful kill on Glyph. Their entire team goes in as a unit to get those kills. Doesn't manage to get a second. They're not letting them breathe even a little bit, and they're taking the site by storm. This is exactly what I love about TT, and RG Academy has to learn a little bit from them because they're taking it by the book a bit too much. Good after plan positioning is going to be coming up now. Hoax is going to be going in for that flank, but not to no avail in my opinion, because that operator is not going to be good for any kills. They're going to be expecting that flank, and it is going to be holding that position. He knows that there's going to be somebody planted, flanking over there. Bike plant has gone in. Not a lot of time. 2v4 situation. Not really much you can do. Hoax is honestly just going to be standing there for the exit frags. He knows that Edit is going to be pushing there. And Edit, however, is going to be pulled into the gravity ball of his own teammate. A little bit of a hilarious moment over there. Pretty sure they're just being a little cheeky right now. They're just being a little playful. But at the same time, if Hoax does manage to get one kill, will be to his advantage, but they should be able to expect him over there. And no, Hoax managed to land a kill on Edit. Will he be able to get a second though? I'm pretty sure they're not going to be giving away the kills to him, but they do want to take that operator away from him, and Sami is going to be like, you know what? The only person who plays the operator in this map is going to be me.
Shuts him down, takes the operator away. Great stuff by Sami to be able to deny that operator. And it's just, I mean, even if the operator wasn't denied, it's just Binks with this place was denying the operator time and time again. Because if you look at the play that the Esports team are making, they literally have just one play in their book. Their strat book is one, their strat book is one page deep, and it says smoke off mid, nade shot, have Binks push up, and just follow him into oblivion. And yeah, every single time it's that same thing. This time around, they're gonna go towards A main, because they know that the side of ROG Academy should be on a bit of an eco, so they should just be able to scroll into the site and claim pretty much for free over here. They're gonna commit the lockdown regardless to make life a little bit easier for them. They have the Astral or the Cosmic Divide at the ready as well, but you have to be a little bit careful over here. And there you go, the last 2 seconds of that kill are going to start entering the site. That Nano Swarm that went perfectly towards them to prevent them from pushing in. Rio going for the spam, but the Phantom doesn't find him. Binks is going to take down Clouda in the meantime. And yeah, the side of ROG, I mean, a bit of a scattered buy coming in from them, but it's not going to be enough. And Bad Luck still has the Cosmic Divide as ready, so this round should most certainly go in favor of team, the Esports team. And Binks is just shutting every single player down towards that area. Bad Luck is also going to take down Hoax. And that brings up Spectre. Isn't really all that good, but he tried nonetheless. And now the Esports team only 2 rounds away from certain victory, as ROG Academy looking really shaky on their defense. We predicted that they would do a lot better on defense, but once again it seems that they have started to fall behind a little bit. This is going to be the last buy round that they're going to have, because after this it's going to be an eco, so it's very important that they put this on board. But yeah, the economy basically does not provide for another buy, so if Esports team do end up winning this round, then they pretty much going to have a very easy map and series point here.
True, and like I said before, since they played a bit by the book, it is a bit too predictable, even on the defense. But although that gives them a little bit of an advantage on the defense, once they start understanding that you're playing by the book, TP is going to be rushing you. And once you get rushed, RG Academy just starts to choke. They just don't understand why everybody's coming at them so fast. They're like, what is happening? ROG does come in, but you know how they're playing a bit too slow on the attack side. They should be doing that on the defense too, but they're pushing smokes when they shouldn't be, not getting enough information and just dying. And Binks is honestly always there to get the kills. Strix, however, is going to be going for a cheeky flank. Does manage to get the kill on Hoax. 3v5 situation already, and the spike plant has been coming in, and all they have to do is go in for that retake, but it's not as easy as that, is it? Clouda does have his ult out, does try to go in for that run it back, get a kill, and that trade does try to come, and it's going to be coming in, but no, that is not going to be being able to capitalize on. And Clouda is going to be popping off, does get 2 kills beautifully, does try to go in for a third, but Bad Luck is going to be denying him that, putting the 2 ults round onto the board for the side of the attackers. And TT is looking super strong right now, Floki. At the same time, RG Academy, like I said, they're becoming a little too choke heavy once that fast rush comes in. And they do fall back, which is good. But once you fall back and recon with your team, you have to like wait it out until like the smokes go out. They're pushing it too hard, too fast, and too individually.
I think one of the biggest problems for ROG Academy is that whenever they get rushed, they just always, like you mentioned, seem to be in a bit of a hurry to respond to what's happening. Hoax, he made a very unnecessary play towards that mid shot area. What's the purpose of that? Let's say you even get that kill. What now? The opponent knows you're there. They know you're going to be coming in from either market or B main, and it basically serves, it doesn't leave no good. spike has been planted. You need to defuse that.
Careful now.
I mean, Astral Device is going to come in here from the side of the esports team. It's going to be, once again, a very obvious strat. I mean, these are not the best plays in the world, but, I mean, these are good enough to just make sure that ROG Academy don't know what's coming. And SS Army, in such an amazing position, is just going to be able to get Glimp for free here. The plant has been taken out. France? Well, he still doesn't know what the hell is going on. France, you need to, I mean, Bad Luck needs to put his headphones on because he did hear that coming. And now, Edit, with that Sowal, trying to deny the defuse, they succeed for the time being. The Nano Swarm's coming, but they're not on the right area. Oh, the Spike Defuse actually did end up dying. Oh my god, Tanks ends up getting two of them with that Showstopper. Trans trying to make a comeback, but it's not going to be enough. Edit shuts him down. Man, that was so close. ROG Academy almost stuck that defuse. But at the end of the day, that Nano Swarm just sticking it out at the last second. Look at that, so close. My goodness.
And they had no reason to push it aside. I'm not really sure what ROG Academy was doing there. But anyway, congratulations to the esports team because you just played it out so beautifully that ROG Academy had to take it a step back. They didn't understand what you were doing, and I love you guys for it. But ROG Academy, this is a TEC Gauntlet, a place where you grow, where you evolve, and you just blossom into a new team. And I wish you the best of luck to understand where you're going wrong, coordinate with your team more, and just come back stronger and beat TT. But TT, keep doing what you're doing because you're just so amazing at what you are.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these guys were so good. I mean, every single time I saw the side of the esports team, they were just feeding themselves. Binks, every time he knows the enemy is on an eco, you know, the inner maniac comes out. He's like, yes, I want those kills. I want those kills. Give me those kills. Give me those kills. And he goes out and he kills every single person that he sees. If it moves, he's going to shoot it. I mean, that's just how it works. And Sami, I mean, that guy's, I mean, his accuracy is so good on that operator. I think multiple times we've seen him get flashed and still pick up the kill with the operator. He's just that precise. Even though he doesn't see anything on screen, his brain registers where the enemy is, his brain knows where his crosshair is, and he's just able to align those two and get a kill. I mean, beautiful stuff here from the esports team.
Honestly, a true prodigy. But at the same time, we are going to be going into the match highlights to just walk you through a little bit about what exactly happened and how ROG Academy just started choking a little bit. I'm not really sure why. I really expected them to bring it back to the defense, but TET being TET just honestly showed them what they're made of. Showed them how good they can be individually, but at the same time, that individual prowess along with that sprinkle of spicy little teamwork is exactly what TT needs to bring in the wins, and they started doing that. The last time I saw them, they didn't have that little sprinkle of spiciness, but they brought it now. They made it so spicy, not too spicy at the same time. They just made it at the right amount of flavoring to give us that beautiful action, and they did not go wrong with it because the RG Academy just was left thinking as to what was happening. And Sami, that this round was kind of hilarious because he missed that shot and honestly that cost him the round. But he still did manage to pick up a frag, did give out the information. But yeah, nonetheless, so beautifully played out and so well coordinated by the esports team over there.
Yeah, I mean the esports team. I mean, despite them just using very simple, straightforward tactics that can be read like a book, they just made it work. And ROG Academy honestly couldn't even shut that down. So I mean, I think if anything, it says a lot more about ROG Academy than it does about the esports team. Bruce Lee has a saying that goes something like, he fears not the man who's practiced 1,000 kicks once, but he fears the man who's practiced one kick 1,000 times. And this is exactly that. This is the esports team being clinical with their execution. And even though they don't really have, a lot of approaches to Ascent in their back, the ones that they do, they execute flawlessly every single time. I mean, I thought that the Nanoswarm was placed in the wrong place during that last round, but it was placed in the right place, and it wasn't until the very end that they actually saw the defuse through. The spike was stuck half the way, but at the end of the day, Binks just went in with the showstopper, knew that his ult goes through the wall, and got those kills. And I mean, what else could you ask for from your duelist, man? Like, that kind of awareness is amazing. Just knowing where the bomb is, just being able to delay that defuse and just shut down the side of ROG Academy. Absolutely insane.
Honestly, and not just a showstopper. Can we talk about how Binks is popping off with his abilities? I'm not really sure what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like, he was in the Matrix, Floki. He knew exactly where they were, and he was like, you know what, Satchel, that's all I need. Yeah, you can use that for movement, but who needs movement? But I can throw it there, and I know that he's there. I know that he's gonna be killed. I can just throw my Satchel there, not even my pain shell. And the insane kills he was getting with his pain shells. Binks, oh my god, you just destroyed them, but it was so beautiful to watch. This is exactly why I love watching these guys play.
Oh man, yeah. Paying says utility usage. I almost forgot about that because the rest of the game was also so well played from the side of the esports team. But man, I think the 3 rounds. I think 3 rounds he got himself kills with the help of those paint shells and satchels. And yeah, somewhere or the other, ROG Academy have to be wondering like, is this guy some, I don't know, like utility wizard or something? Like every single time he throws out a paint shell, it always ends up tagging one of our players. Even when it didn't, get him a kill. I remember Glyph just being so damn low towards that B main area when that paint shell came in. It's almost like if someone even sneezed on him, he would have died. But yeah, at the end of the day, ROG Academy, they just didn't have what it takes to go up against the esports team. And the esports team looking very, very strong over here. I'm not sure if they have what it takes to take down the likes of Samurai, Enigma, or maybe even some of these other stronger teams in their group. But I do think that they definitely could give them a fight if they just play with the same amount of how should I say this? I mean, if they play with the same amount of freedom that they did today, they definitely could turn some heads in their direction and catch the side of these top tier teams a little bit off guard.
True. Yes, and honestly, the esports team from the last time that I saw them playing, they've gone up so much from that, and I'm loving what they're bringing onto our screens right now. They did it so beautifully. They were good on both the attacker side and the defense side. And the RG Academy, they need a little bit more experience. That's all it is. They just need to understand how the teams play so far, understand how to work around their abilities and work around with the map knowledge that they have. They don't exactly have all the experience in the world, and the esports team does, and I appreciate them for it. So congratulations to the esports team. And then again, this is the TC Gauntlet. So this is a place where you're going to be going. You come into the tournament, you give it your all, and you understand how these pro teams play. So RG Academy, a bit, fresh off the boat. They're just trying to work their way around the esports industry, around the esports scene, trying to find out how to get their place in. They're doing good, but the esports team, so good with their strategic gameplays. But anyway, we are going to be going at the map feature too. I mean, I'm sorry.
Map Vito, we have another game for you next.
Yeah, totally. But anyway, yeah, we are going to be going to the last game to show you exactly what we have seen so far. We did not get to see the decider map come into play, which is split. We did want to see what TT was going to be bringing on to display for us on the map of split. But what we did see on the maps of Mind and Ascent were also good that I'm just loving it so far.
Yeah, I mean, the esports team definitely looking like they're not to be underestimated, and I certainly made that mistake. So I hope our viewers don't, because yeah, these guys they sure know how to play Valorant. I mean, when it comes down to it, so I'm hoping that when they go up against the likes of Velocity and Enigma, that they can bring that same level of performance. But let's have a look at the standings and see exactly where they rank now, both the esports team as well as ROG Academy in their respective. I mean, in their group, not their respective groups, in the same group. But yeah, the esports team in a very strong third position. 1 point ahead of Samurai Esports, but that's only because Samurai actually have not played a game yet. So I'm pretty sure once they play that game, whatever the outcome is, they'll at least be tied for third place with the esports team. Velocity topping the charts and Enigma right behind them. ROG Academy still in that 7th place, facing relegation. They better start pulling up their socks soon, otherwise they could be in deep waters.
True, but at the same time, a really deserved position over there by the esports team. They know their stuff and they know how to get along. They know how to coordinate and to bring out that gameplay onto the screen. But yeah, RG Academy has to step up their game, or they might face relegation. They're all the way at the bottom. They have to be scared a little bit. But yes, I am so waiting for all of the matches coming up with the esports team going up against all these top tier players over there, going up against Samurai Esports, going up against all of these insane players, Velocity Gaming. I just want to see those gameplays coming on our screens. But anyway, that was honestly one of the best matches I've seen so far, and I love the fact that you guys could join us on this amazing adventure, and for Loki too. I'm pretty sure he also has as much as excitement as I did. But anyway, I want to talk about how RG Academy, is having to, face a little bit of a struggle because they're at the bottom of there. They have to pick up their game just a teeny tiny bit. But nonetheless, that was a beautiful game. And this is the TC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. And yeah, you can always go down into the description if you have the links there for you. If you want to upgrade your gaming experience just a little bit to play like these top tier teams over there, to play like the esports team, to play like the RG Academy, to play like whatever your favorite team is, consider picking one of those. Consider picking one of those fast as SSDs and just, playing like the pros. But at the same time, we are going to be signing off for now because we also have a lot of spicy matches for you tomorrow. So don't miss out on that because when you're down over there in the description box, just hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon to know when we're going to be going live. And we are going to be going live tomorrow. So catch us for tomorrow. But until then, it is going to be your boy Coin and Floki signing off.
2, 3, let's go.